So we can all now agree that Kotori Hall is one of the best writers out here right now because she touches on situations within the black community the black community needs to talk about. Need to talk about. Like from Pastor Woodbine to Corbin to the dynamic between Lil Murda and Uncle Clifford. These things go on in real life. As much as a lot of people don't want to acknowledge it, want to keep their eyes closed to it, it is what it is. So, in this episode, we see that there is about to be yet another grand re reopening of the pink because Toy had a COVID outbreak happening at the club. So, gotta do what we gotta do. So, oh my goodness, like I want to touch on so many things, and I would like to go in order as the show went, but I'm probably gonna bounce around. I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably gonna bounce around because a lot of stuff stuck out to me, like the dynamic between Whisper and Roulette, the spiritual references in this episode. I'm living. I'm living. I'm a spiritual world. Yes, I have a pendulum. Like when Whisper pulled out the pendulum to figure out if she was gonna do what Roulette wanted her to do, gave me everything I needed. Gave me everything I needed. And if we know that Lil Murda is a death doula, because Kotori, she will break down episodes on Twitter. She'll give you a thread breaking down everything that was going on in the episode. So be expecting that. But can we can we say, is it safe to say that Wody is probably also a death doula? Because I mean, look, what happened with Rome, I would say yeah. And then the fact that Odie is a mortician. So he's constantly around dead bodies. So, jeez, jeez. And let's also discuss the fact that Keyshawn is tired of Derek, and Derek now knows it. Derek, his whole behavior in this episode, the oh my god, I can't do anything right. That's a trick. That's a trick. That's his way of I don't know, trying to make himself vulnerable so that she feels safe staying. But clearly, Keyshawn is over it. He bought like some two little shoes because you really don't know Keyshawn. You're just wanting to possess Keyshawn. Now that you have kids with her, you feel like she's yours. She's your property. That's the way they think, y'all. If y'all didn't know, I've been through this. This is how they think. So why wouldn't he give her the one thing that he knows she wants? To be back at the pink. Just to smooth it over for her to still be comfortable enough to stay and deal with the bullshit. Don't fall for it, Keyshawn. Don't fall for it, baby. I honestly and truly believe this is one of my predictions because I am going to be dropping my predictions in this episode or about this episode. My prediction is Keyshawn is going to actually, we're going to get a deja vu situation at the club. He's going to show up at the club. Diamond is there and still obviously stuck on Keyshawn. Did you see? Did you peep the gaze? Did you the stargazing was profound. It just had a moment. And Big Bone, I think Big Bone is I think she a op. I really do. I think she's a op. Like the way that she fawns over Haley. Boss lady, okay, boss. I believe she might have been with Haley's old man's people. I believe she's a plant. That's just where I'm at with it. We'll find out, I'm sure, because it ain't just 8 episodes, y'all. It's not just 8 episodes. Happy about that. But Keyshawn is going to atone for how she did Diamond at the end of season 1, at the end of season 2. That's my prediction. My prediction is she gonna put a bullet in Derek because she knows she hurt Diamond so bad by not letting him go ahead and take him out. But if y'all remember, in season 1, Keyshawn has already told Diamond she didn't want him to have that conscience messed with taking that dude out. He was ready to do it, but at the same time, I don't want you to have no suffering behind it. Some way, somehow, I'm handling it, and I feel like Keyshawn is gonna take Derek out. I know we waiting. I know we tired of Derek beating up on Keyshawn and them kids. I get it, but let the story play out. It's a process, y'all. When domestic violence, it is a process getting out. It is not easy. So please stop looking at Keyshawn like she's stupid or anything else. She's over it now. She hit her head on that ceiling one too many times. She's over it now. Derek is gonna fall behind Keyshawn. Haley is putting it in her mind, girl, what? Take him out. Like I feel like Haley is going to be a death coach for Keyshawn to take out Derek. That's just what I feel. But my opinion, I feel like it's valid. Now, Whisper and Roulette, them two together, they feel like Gidget in Mississippi, but on like a way higher level of shenanigans because Whisper is highly spiritual. I'm upset with her because she did not listen to her intuition. Baby, you don't ever go against your gut. If your gut is telling you something ain't right, go with that. I've had to learn that. That intuition is there to protect you. And when you ignore it, bad things happen. So what happened? Dude didn't like what he was begging for. Uh, there's something else I want to discuss. Sex workers. And this goes with Haley and Andre too. Sex workers are there to not judge. To not judge. Andre's wife Brittany lost as soon as Haley actually fed into him, listening to him, talking to him, encouraging him. Brittany never had a chance, y'all, because sex workers are there to provide comfort where they feel like they can't get it from. I know this chronically disabled sex worker. I go through this a lot. So she fed into Andre what Andre's wife wouldn't even feed into him. It was easy. It was easy. He's in love with Haley. Yeah, I wanted to sleep with Autumn, but I wanted to wake up with Haley. He's fully in love. And she just hyped him up to go back out there. Like, why you. The way that black men, and I feel like this was touched on more so with Corbin, the way black men will try to get on the same type of level that rich white men will get on just so they can have like the same amount of power. I really want us to stop doing that. I really, really do. Because Corbin, he's going up against his brothers because he know them dudes can't stand him or the fact that daddy left Corbin money, acknowledging the Bible, the bastard. So, they gonna give him grief for the rest of his life, pretty much. So when Corbin finally understands that, yo, why are you worried about them? You got money now. Do you? Do you the way you want to do you? And I understand Clifford and Corbin's relationship, friendship. Because it's clearly a friendship. They clearly ain't never got down. They were two odd little black boys that became who they are now. You know what I'm saying? So they bonded. They bonded through the oddities that they possessed within themselves that the black community will shun and clown and scorn and put down. Okay? All right? Keep up with it now. Keep up with it. But Haley couldn't wait to bring Mississippi back in. Couldn't wait. Couldn't wait. And Mercedes, if she's being honest with herself, the PTSD she has from the whole Montavia situation is what's really keeping her from going back to being that assassin that she was on the pole. Okay? Everything she not ready. Haley was right. Haley didn't tell her nothing wrong. You're not ready. I don't think it has anything to do with her shoulder. I think she's just in her head. Because why wouldn't you jump on Maine, Mercedes? Why wouldn't you jump on Maine? Huh? Huh? And I can only say she's going through it mentally. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Diamond helped her. with the shoulder taking the pain out of it, I believe, but she is in her, she is her biggest saboteur at this point. But at the same time, I can appreciate she wasn't so much welcoming to Mississippi, but it's familiarity there. We used to sit in this locker room together, and you know, obviously you bet because you ain't had no other choice. Some women don't have many choices but to head into the adult industry. That's the quickest way to make money. Yeah, you deal with some real live assholes. Yes, you do. However, there is a small percentage of those people who are really cool, really, really, really good people. Mr. Terrell Walker, he wasn't one of them. He deserved to get all of his shit took. All of it, because you're complaining about a situation that Whisper didn't even really want to do. Let's be clear. She didn't really want to do it, and I felt that. But Roulette is the bad influence. I'm not gonna say she's just a regular old humdrum bad influence. She's the top bad influence on the show. Now, Lil Murder, we know why he got his name now. Like, what you're not gonna do is you're claiming that you had something to do with Big Teek's death when LaMarcus was right there. LaMarcus saw it all. So yeah, yeah, he stepped by his homeboy at the end of the day. Like, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. Why are you claiming this? You wasn't even there. You don't even know what happened. Like, why are you claiming? Like, man, stop doing that. Stop doing that, because that perpetuates. That keeps it going. Like, that keeps it going. You should have shut up, Pico. You should have closed your mouth. You shouldn't have said nothing. You should have left that alone. And the fact that they was playing Scarface, I never seen a man cry till I seen that man die. Listen, so appropriate for what was going on in that scene. Like, Clifford seeing spirits, Mama Beulah. No, baby, we not doing no crying. We getting even. So let's put Corbin on Pastor Moneybag Patrice Woodbine. 'Cause she wanted to be Mayor Moneybags, but Corbin got the dough to make her drop out now. Guess what she gonna do? She gonna take the dough. She's about the money. Like them fake Christians, yeah. Flash a little cash. Flash a little fucking cash. And they will forget all about all of this preaching and everything else. But Patrice is a snake. The way she was looking after Corbin handed her that money just lets me know that she's still gonna be up to some bullshit. Just know that. Let's also dive into Shell. Shell is making herself a martyr for a dead man. Why would you force a 14-year-old child to have a baby just because your family don't throw babies away? Like, you are going to make this girl have this child because you had to. Well, you didn't have to, baby. Shell, you didn't have to, darling. He's in the ground. Cortez is gone. So you didn't have to make any type of promises. Okay. And the fact that he did you wrong and now got you promising to take care of this child. You're gonna make the child have a child so that you can constantly drag Mercedes. So you can constantly drag Terica. It's going, like, Terica's gonna get to an age where that shit is gonna hit her real hard because she is she's the catalyst. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that it's so many women in the black community that think like Shell, you know what I'm saying, and would force a child to have a child in order to prove a point, and point will never get proven. That's what a lot of us go through in the black community. Like, Kotori be in her bag, man. And I love this fucking show, and I'm still waiting on the announcement for season 3. Stars, where might you be on that? Because we're definitely gonna have to have a season 3. But we still not knowing exactly if Miss Ernestine is gone or still here. I mean, apparently she's still here because no news is good news. I've heard that my whole life. Like, you don't hear nothing, and then don't even stress it. But I believe it's going to be a lot of turning against another in this show because listen, that white lady gonna do Haley in. I guess Haley thought that because the white lady was cool at the little gala, that she's not like every other white woman. She just got, she's just witty. That's it. She she's just extremely witty. Miss Benson is just witty, but she didn't let it be known. Girl, your beauty declining, you know what I'm saying? You're not as worthy as you think you are. Like, why do white women do that? Why do white women always feel like they gotta? No ma'am. No ma'am. Haley is finna get up to some shit in this. I believe, I wanna think that it's going to be for the good of everybody dealing with the pink. I believe she's probably gonna end up turning. Andre gonna get elected. After some bullshit from Patrice, I believe Andre is going to get elected because at the end of the day, you can't help what your daddy did, Andre. Like, you didn't do it. You're not the one in jail. Lying about it, I ain't really see no point to that. And yeah, I don't see how them putting out the fact, that Corbin is the dirty secret is gonna do any type of difference. But these black men are trying to compete with rich white men, and that never goes well. It never goes well because we are never set up in a place where that is possible. Corbin kind of is because he got bread, but Corbin gonna have to get smarter with his shit. He just really gonna have to get smarter with it. But for the most part, episode was crazy. That was one of the best episodes, if not the best episode. That was up there. Seeing Roulette totally humiliate this dude for his nonsense. You gonna short the girl? You got what you wanted at the end of the day. That's what you asked for. That's what you got. Y'all need to stop thinking that sex workers are just going to be like falling all over themselves. Like literally, the money is the only reason why we're fucking with you. The money is the only reason. And then now you're shorting. You're shorting on an agreed upon price. Yeah, put that gun in his mouth. I'm surprised she didn't go ahead and shoot him. But who knows what Terrell Walker comes with. But that was a very nice car that Roulette took off of that guy. He don't deserve it. He don't deserve it. But it's so much, y'all. We can continue to talk about this. I'm gonna be over on TikTok in a minute, just jumping on every P Valley trend because I let's talk about it. We got to talk about these things in order for us to get away from these things in the black community. Like these uber Christians, they're not real Christians. They're not really of God. You know what I'm saying? They not. They're not. Like Kotori puts so much of this stuff on display right in your face so that you can't ignore it. And people will still ignore it. Oh my God, Little Murder and Uncle Clifford, this gay agenda. He's still a killer. As was Omar Little. You can say what you want to say, but Little Murder has turned into Big Murder. That's what the Twitter streets is saying. But I was upset because he allowed Uncle Clifford to top him. The man or woman that he loves, like who he can be vulnerable with, y'all immediately equate gay with being pussy for some reason. And clearly it's not the case. Clearly not the case. But I just could not. I could not go into my Sunday without doing this video about my favorite show. Because P Valley, like, I love power, but P Valley, Kotori did what she needed to do with this show. I'm so happy with the growth of this show. I'm happy that it is a conversation starter every fucking Sunday. And for those of you, I get it. Some of y'all may work on a Sunday or whatever, but I implore most of y'all who like to complain about these spoilers to go ahead and get the Stars app because we be up at midnight waiting for it to drop down in the valley. Okay, down in the valley. Come join us. Come join us down in the valley at midnight when it actually drops. We'll be back on because we're going to do several rewatches. I'm on my third rewatch. I'm gonna give I'm gonna give P Valley all of the ratings that it needs, and I am gonna be probably live tweeting when it happens because listen, the characters, J. Alphonse Nicholson, I believe it is, Miss Brandy, Miss Shannon, they interact over there on Twitter. They will interact with, people commenting. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's really dope. They still humble about it. You know what I'm saying? When you can actually have an interaction with the person playing the character that you are just up there about, that makes the experience so much better. So shout out to Kotori Hall, the whole entire cast of P Valley, because y'all did the thing. Y'all did the thing. Y'all making black people talk, and I appreciate that, because we need to have these conversations. They've been too long have we dealt with these situations in the black community not knowing how to deal with them. We got to talk about them first. We got to dive deeper into them, because you can't tell me God is love and then say God hates all gay people. You can't do that. You can't cherry pick certain scriptures in the Bible that is honestly a mishmash of many different religions on that side of the world. If you're not going to do accurate research, probably shouldn't comment on certain things. But that Bible be leading a lot of y'all astray, because y'all take it as law when white men wrote it and stole a great many pieces of it. Like, how is it that Christianity doesn't know about Lilith, but the Jewish? We could talk about it. We could discuss this shit, because it blows my mind. It blows my mind. A guide, a guidebook at best, but literal interpretations, no, no, absolutely not. So, with that being said, y'all, this was a T Valley recap of sorts, and with some predictions sprinkled in there. Y'all let me know what y'all predictions are. Tell me what y'all think is gonna happen next, so we can be on the same page with it. Easy. Have a good Sunday. Bye.